Going on, guys? Happy first Monday of January. Just wanted to jump on here real quick. Hope everyone had a great holiday season, spent time with friends and family, and are ready to get 2026 started off strong. But yeah, I've been having some thoughts jumping back in after a little bit of a break here for the holidays. If you're anything like me, when you take your foot off the gas or let yourself rest a little bit, it feels 10 times harder to get rolling again. Maybe you felt that in the gym, maybe you're consistent in the gym and then you take a few days off or you don't get in for a week or so. It's very hard that first day back in to make yourself put on your gym clothes, get there, start the lift or the workout, whatever. Um, vulnerably, that's what I'm feeling. I've been feeling the last few days was after a nice little break, reset, going into the new year. Um, Mentally, it's just been a weird hurdle for me wanting to jump back in. Of course, I want to jump back in, but putting my foot to the floor again and get rolling, I've just been having struggle with motivation, and um, that's what I wanted to talk to you about real quick, because motivation is fleeting. Motivation is it's emotional. It's not consistent, right? We don't always feel motivated um, to do whatever to meet the goals that we've set for ourselves. We have fleeting moments, right? Maybe it's late at night. You start thinking about how you're going to turn your life around and do this, this, and this to set yourself up or succeed. But yeah, I have found time and time again that motivation has failed me. Right? It's fleeting. It gets me going briefly, and then when it fades, if I don't have strong habits, then my success in my production fades as well. This time last year, I started full time. This time last year in life insurance, and my motivation was at all time high. Right, I was starting off on my own. I felt like I was blazing new trails for myself. First time being self-employed. It felt like it was all up to me, and it was, right? The weight of the world felt like it was on my shoulders, do or die. And I came in, I remember every morning excited, walk down to my basement with my coffee. It was freezing cold down here. I didn't have a space heater yet. And I would just sit down here and dial my butt off for, 8, 10 hours a day, and just hope for the best. But it was so exciting. I was doing it with a good friend and my brother, and it was so exciting. Every day just felt like it was just electric. I don't know what it was, but every single day, that first few weeks, first few months, it was just intoxicating. I could not wait to do it. I looked forward to it. Um, just the freedom of being self-employed, self-owned, if you will, um, was new for me, so that was exciting. But also, just getting my footing and getting some momentum in this industry and realizing, oh, I can do this, or oh, that was a good week. Can I beat that week? And I'm going to try to beat it this week and getting competitive with myself. And I've been thinking about that because I'm coming up on a year and times have changed, right? Like I've seen way more success in this industry than I anticipated at this point in my career, and gotten more attention for it than I have ever anticipated or still think I deserve, right? But here we are, and I've been thinking like, how could I capture what that feeling was early on in my career and my time in life insurance, and I don't think that I necessarily can. And that's not a sexy answer. That's not a, you know, Tony Robbins motivational answer, but it's the truth. I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to find that, that honeymoon phase or those butterflies I had early on in this industry as I was first starting out. And I think that's good. I think that's actually okay. And if you are like me and maybe, maybe it's not even just the new year, maybe it's just after a break or just it's an ongoing struggle for you that it's hard to get restarted or get momentum or get motivated and get going. My challenge for you is this, and it's something we talked about, our pastor talked about at church yesterday, is that setting goals for yourself because you feel like they're things you should be doing is all well and good, but it's not enough to sustain progress, right? Um, you need to make goals or create habits based out of a place of identity. And it might not even be the person you are right now, right? Um, Rather than saying, I want to lose 20 pounds this year, um, just because I feel like I should be healthier, say, my family needs me at my healthiest. I am a healthy person, and I'm going to act as a healthy person would to be what my family needs from me, right? So operating and setting goals and replicating habits out of a place of identity is a much more sustainable way to pursue your goals and achieve those goals, see them realized. So for yourself in the insurance game, maybe that looks like, um, I am a provider, or I am an entrepreneur, I am a business owner, right? And then backwards engineer that, do backwards math there. What does an entrepreneur do? What does a provider do? How do they fill their time? How are their minutes and hours of their day spent? And go from there. And operate out of a place of identity rather than a place of wishful thinking, right? I said in my last video, a goal without a plan is wishful thinking, right? Um, because motivation feels good in the moment. You get this little dopamine hit, but it's not reliable. It's not. It's not going to sustain you. And that the consistency of habits and operating out of a place of identity, that's sustainable. That's consistent, right? Uh, the thing is, we're humans. We tend, especially in this day and age, we get bored very quickly. We're not good at being bored. We have things to distract us, things to scroll, videos to watch and share, all of these things, right? Streaming platforms. Goals sustained by motivation are going to collapse under that boredom. You're going to get bored and you're going to need a new hit or a fix, and your attention will be drawn elsewhere. So it cannot be built around this motivation. So my question to you today is, who do you say you are? Or who do you want to be able to say you are? Who do you want to be able to say that you are? And then make a list of the things that are in the way or in between who you are now and who you want to be able to say you are. What's that chasm, right? Um, Make a list of the things that are in the way of that, and then find a way, game plan how you're going to remove those things. Just cross them off, right? Maybe it's a friendship or relationship that's not serving you, or brings you down or doesn't call you to your best. Get rid of it, right? Does it make you your best, or does it bring you down? Does it draw out the worst qualities in you? Or maybe if it's a relationship, it requires work. So look at what work needs to be done to make that not the case. But maybe it's a distraction, maybe it's your phone, maybe it's social media. I don't know what that looks like. Um, but make real steps, take real steps to remove those things, that are standing in your way of who you want to be able to say you are, who your identity is, right? So my challenge to you is identify the qualities of who you want to be. For me, vulnerably, I see myself as a leader, but I think there are areas of my life that I don't lead others or myself well, right? So my habits need to reflect that of a person who is a leader, who is disciplined like a leader would be, and then operate from that place of identity, right? Um, that's one of the things I'm focusing on this year is discipline, not just when I'm sitting here working or dialing, but discipline in all areas of my life, whether that's faith, health, family, whatever that looks like, being disciplined with my time. So that is vulnerably what I am working on and the identity that I've set for myself. So my challenge to you is identify those things, remove the things that aren't serving that identity or equipping you to operate from that place, and go from there. But uh, I'd say all of that to say, don't rely purely on motivation. Maybe it's been a drag of a Monday. It's hard to get back into the swing of things after the holidays. Screw that. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to look at back? It's Q1, and you want to be able to look back and say, no, I actually am this person. I'm operating from this place of identity. Who is that? And what are the things that that person would do? Replicate those things, do those things, and in a way, fake it till you make it. And then before you know it, those are your habits, and you're operating out of a place of that identity. So appreciate y'all. Continue to follow along, like, subscribe. We'll have more content coming this week. But happy New Year, and let's make this